Yo, top of the morning, good vibrations, man. That's something real positive to wake up, and real important to wake up. You know, trying to reflect the reality that you want. You know, sometimes you may wake up, I may wake up, and the vibrations is not high. You know, the vibrations is low frequencies. A lot of self-soaking, a lot of misery in the weed and the Hennessy. You feel me? But you gotta keep your head up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm keeping my head up, I'm staying positive, and I'm reflecting the energy that I want. You know, so a lot of the times we could get up and force ourselves to go to work when we don't want to go to work. But when it comes to ourselves, we can't force ourselves to, oh shit, my bad. When it comes to ourselves, we usually don't force ourselves to do better for ourselves. It seems like we can always like will ourselves for somebody else. Willing yourself for somebody else usually feels good temporarily, but if that person don't really appreciate you and your efforts, you right back where you at, miserable. And I found that that's because we're not doing that process for ourselves. We're not willing ourselves to do better for ourselves. True happiness starts from within, and I'm learning that more than ever right now. And I'm waking up with the opportunity to truly be happy every day. You know, things are going wrong around me, things is going right around me. And I can focus on the things that's wrong going on with me, or I can focus on the things going right around me. Life is really that duality. And I'm exercising power. And I'm exercising the power that I have within. I'm exercising that. So that's all I want to say right now. And blessings to everybody out there that's getting up every day and they making something out of nothing. Because it takes a lot of bravery to do something like that every day. So celebrating the small victories, like thank you universe, God, Father, Mother, for waking me up today and giving me this air that I take for granted. You gave me lungs. You gave me air every day that I don't even have to worry about. Think of every fucking thing in this world that we got to worry about. It's already been provided to us. These basic necessities. And we take it for granted. Just imagine if somebody paid your rent for the rest of your life. As long as you took care of yourself, you will be able to stay where you stay at. I bet you appreciate that, huh? That's exactly what this air, breathing in this good air. That's what, having one of these mornings today. Oh shit, I almost burnt myself. Yeah, basically, just look at your life in a real manner. Just look at it and be like, hey, remember where you've been? Don't compare to other people, just compare to your own self. Remember where you've been and where you've been delivered from, and then look at where you at now. Think of yourself 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and then think of yourself now. Ain't God been working? God been working so well. So enjoy yourself. Try to make the best out of every situation. These are just affirmations that I'm throwing out there that hopefully you can embrace. because these are things that I'm throwing out there so I can embrace. And it sounds real good and feels real good to hear myself, my own audio, saying some positive messages and being on a high frequency, a high vibration. I'm waking up feeling good. I woke up today singing that R. Kelly song, man, and that's real controversial for everybody, man. I admit it. Yeah, and that was a long song, man, and I didn't even think I was gonna listen to the whole thing, but I did. It was real talented. It was and for some reason it rings truth. It vibrates high. I just feel it, and I guess I'm feeling the vulnerability and tapping in with my bro. He told me he gave me a fresh perspective on vulnerability. Because, you know, we all put on this society suit every day. We put on this society suit like, this is me. This is who I'm going to be. This is who I want to be perceived as. And then we go out into the world. And I likened it to, like, you know, you go to the company Christmas party or some shit like that. And then that one person get drunk. And then everybody like, woo, you was a wild man. You was a wild woman. And it was like, you know, they was like, damn, you was wild. And they kind of tap in with you. And they love you, embrace you for it. But then that person come back the next day like, I'm sorry, guys, I'm apologizing, like, oh, sorry, I don't know what got into me. No, it's not what got into you, it's what you took off. You took that shortcut with that liquid courage or whatever for substance you was tapping in with, and you start to begin to be yourself, and you're apologizing for it the next day. And that feels real vulnerable. So when it comes to vulnerability, the first perspective that he gave me was that being vulnerable isn't, you know, speaking your life, speaking your truth, and, like, you know, letting people in. True vulnerability is having on this big heavy armor. He likened it to like the boss in a video game. They got this big heavy armor and they slow, like and they're real vulnerable. They got this one spot that you can just hit and because they're vulnerable with all this fucking armor on. Even though they got all this cloak and armor, they just slow down. They're vulnerable. And that's the true vulnerability. Being out open and confident in your things, that you have no vulnerability. There's nothing that can get to you. And that was a dope perspective for me. I really enjoyed that. So with this video, I'm gonna post it somewhere. Hopefully y'all can enjoy it, and bless, stay love. Hey, they may do it to you, but don't do it to yourself. Miggity, free your mind.